Okay, so I just really got this crazy revelation and I just want to share with y'all. This was like so good. I did not expect it to be this good. Woo! This is like crazy because it affected everything. It affected my relationships, like every guy that I was with, like every person that I encountered. Like, it was so powerful. So, I just got into a little argument with a good friend of mine or whatever, and I recognized herself in me. Like, I recognized exactly what she's doing, and that it mirrored me like no other situation has. So, when I was going through a really rough time in life, I would reach out to people and I would say certain things or whatever and just look for emotional validation. When they didn't respond to me in a certain way, they usually respond logically, which most people typically do. So when they didn't respond to me in the way that I expected, it always, 10 out of 10, made me feel like they didn't care. Now, that does not mean, now, as an emotional person at that time, I just would write them off. I was like, forget them. They don't care. There's no way that they care about me. Blase, blase, right? But now, as an emotionally mature woman, I recognize how much I can miss the care in the midst of the care. It's insane. Like, I'm laughing at myself because I'm like, I used to be this girl, and I'll never forget this man told me, like, you're an emotional tornado. And I was like, an emotional tornado? It always stuck with me. I didn't recognize how much people were not able to give me what I needed. And I didn't grow up with my mother and my grandmother did not have that capacity whatsoever. So for me to actually not have it was important. And I'm saying this because a lot of women I know for sure struggle with this, and they don't recognize how much they need emotional validation and learning how to mother themselves when they weren't mothered in the way that they need to be mothered. And for me, I just recognized how much of a hurdle that was. Like, that really used to cut off almost all of my communication with people. People did not feel like they felt drained by me, how much emotions I would bring into the conversation, because a lot of times people are not operating from giving emotional validations. Therapists and mothers do that. Most people do not know how to do that. Most people can't do that. And what I had to learn which was such a hard lesson, I had to learn how to mother and nurture my own and validate my own feelings. Like, it is not an easy process. It is very lonely because you feel alone, but it helps. You have to learn how to validate yourself. So in closing, I'm gonna wrap this up because I feel like this video is super long, but it was so important to me to get this out. Learning how to validate, because people would tell me you just need, all your feelings are valid. It does not erase what you're feeling. But if you keep looking for emotional validation from everyone, you're almost going to ruin any relationship you have, because they won't have the capacity. You'll look like end up is the villain, really, and the draining one and the irritating one. And you were just expressing yourself, but you need to express yourself to the right people. And sometimes it only can be to yourself, writing it out, journal out, crying out to God. And it can help with so many different issues, because we go through so much in this life. And if you don't learn how to validate your own emotions, you are going to end up being by yourself and wonder why no one wants to be around you. It is so important. I had to learn that, and it was hard. Okay, it was hard.